granted application, but we should stay. So you understand that it is not automatic. There are people who stay together and they still do the divorce till the end. And there have been some interesting cases that there was one that a senior did, and at the end of the divorce, the day that we're going for judgment, the woman was pregnant. But I think throughout, he said he noticed that the woman's demeanor was changing, but he wasn't focusing on that. That's not his focus. But on that day, the judge, before gave the judgment, said she wants to ask a question, because I think the judge is a woman, so I think she has seen that something had changed. Then she said she wants to ask before she dissolves the marriage, because we finished everything. Ask the woman, is she pregnant? She said yes. For the man, she said yes. Yes, woman, you are powerful. So at the end of the day, you have dissolved the marriage, but they had to go back to marry again. And that's why I say, woman, you are, because even at the verge of the marriage being broken down, we won't get those statistics anymore. So in Ghana, the sad thing is we don't have a very comprehensive statistics at the judicial service, but I tried to get some, and in Accra alone, not even Accra as in Teshi or something, just the law courts in Accra. In 2013 to 2014, the divorce number was 8,158. 2014 to 2015, 9,550. 2015 to 2016, 10,474. 2016 to 2017, 11,866. 2017 to 2018, 13,452. This is Accra, and this is just the courts, because some marriages are dissolved, customarily, and those ones don't come to the courts. So this is just the courts. So when I saw the increment, I said, hey, this one, if you are drawing a graph, do you see how it's going? Do you see? And so it means that something must be done about it. And how do we do that? So a group of lawyers sat down and said, what are some of the causes? The normal causes of divorce. As I said, I don't profess to be somebody coming to tell you about how to manage your marriage, but we've seen a lot of experiences and heard a lot. And so we will try and then go through some of them, so that if it applies to you, then you must start thinking and say, whoa, if you are powerful, how do you do it? Because I believe that most of them, I'm telling you, apart from few ones that look like it's not going to work, most of them, after they finish and they go, and we sit and we say, so what's really the issue? The first that we saw was anger. We call it small madness. He says, what you destroy with anger might be more than what caused it. There's actually a case in the English courts. There was a man who had an issue with a wife, and he had a gun. So when he got angry, he brought the gun out. I will shoot somebody. He didn't know that he had actually clocked the gun. So in doing, I'll shoot somebody, it just fired and it shot the wife. And she died. Now, whatever caused the anger, is it equal to the results? No way. And sometimes that's what we see. The anger is so much that the action, because if you're so angry so much that you want to even divorce, is the divorce equal to what caused the anger? No. But at that time, and let me tell you this, that's from my experience, so I'll say it. About maybe 85% of lawyers will not sit you down and try to tell you to settle or do things. No. In my law firm or in my private practice, I think that most of the cases I've done is divorce. Or we say most of our cases is divorce and land. Divorce and land. And divorce there, fast, and they get their money. So why are we increasing statistics and giving people money to do these things? I'm a lawyer, but I'm telling you for a fact, when you come, I'm not the one breaking the marriage. Because remember, the marriage has broken down beyond. So I'm only doing the paperwork. That's right. So you realize that we were thinking about it. We're like, since I came, all the cases, divorce, land. The transactions don't even come. In fact, for the past 3 years, it's been low. But divorce every day is ongoing. more money. I'll give you an example of one case where we just had conference with a woman and lack of respect. I'll use that. And what this one is the husband divorcing the woman. And you hardly do you see men actually being the petitioners. Most of them are women. See, the man can torment them, but they will never go and divorce. I'm telling you. It's few. At least most of the ones that I've done. And I'm telling you for a fact, although sometimes I'm representing the women, their ideologies and unreasonableness is just too much. Women. Oh, I can't hear you. Woman. Lack of respect. When a woman gets angry, the kind of words they say to the men. I'm not here to exonerate any man. No. But I'm here to tell you that you can also make a difference, because if there is fire burning in the house and you take water, or you don't even do anything, it takes time to burn. If you go and pick petrol or diesel and go and pour it into, what does it do? So we have one that the man said, you know what, I'm tired. Why am I tired? Because from the very day that we got married, every time that there's an issue, she said, I'll divorce you, or like my prayer, my major. So from beginning, that's what she's been saying. And then when I thought about it, then it reminded me of what Papa said, words. So you, now when you started the marriage, because what, you want to threaten the man, or I don't know, you want to, like this issue that you are very, very angry, so you want to say extreme things. If you do this marriage, I don't know if you want again. Every time, even people remove their rings and put it down, then the husband will go and beg, you wear, then you wear. And if you think you do this 4 times, 5 times, at a point, the man, say, national anthem. So it gets to, and this man remembered that, look, the moment I got married to her, everything that happened, she said she wants to divorce me. So it's been how many years? 3 children, whatever. Yes, now. He said, even when I do something, she calls me a beast. Some women can insult their husbands. Pa, pa, pa. And then when they finish, they want to lie by the same person. You see, what I'm trying to say here is, I'm not saying that the men, they are right, or whatever they did is right. But you see, when your actions empower, it's more than even what was done. And you do this for how long? Unforgiveness. Sometimes you see the things when they come and they start talking. They can talk from the very day they even got married. Then when you listen to the man, he said, oh, even this one, I apologize. So it's not the woman, once she has reached a point, all the ones she forgave you, she has not forgiven you. She will list all of them again.
So you are saying maybe 90% is the women who bring the men to court?
Yes. But you realize also that it's the men who are causing it, but they will not take that. Because it's like the man has done so much, like she doesn't even know what's going on again. Let me give you an example. There was this woman. I think she attempted the divorce. She came to the office to see us years, and she left. Came back, she left. So the 3rd time she came again, and I had the opportunity to talk. So I tried to ask her some questions. So I said, do you cook for him? He said, does he eat? He said, yes. Do you live in the same house? I said, yes, but maybe the outer house. Does he take care of the children? Oh, yes. He's even bought a house for the first boy, this, that. So what is it? The woman said, I don't even know this. And because it means that sometimes you listen and realize that certain things are going on well. So what is not making the others go on well? And instead of going around complaining and coming to see lawyers and all that, women, let's go on our knees and pray. Disagreement. I always say disagreement to agree to divorce. So they disagree to agreement to divorce. So I think 2 weeks ago when Papa was preaching, he said, you know what, the divorce, there's always a form of agreement. There's always a form. Why am I saying so? If the man files, come, I also pay divorce, I'm a man, I'm just tired, me too, I'm tired. So it means it's always a form of agreement in a way. So if the agreement is 50%, 50%, and me, I'm not ready to give you that 50%, can you go? And these days, it's only few that you see in court that I'm saying, I'm divorcing you. The man say, hey, I will not divorce you. Most of them, there is a sort of anger to agree, disagreement to agree one way or the other. Because if you hadn't gotten that bad, it won't end up there. And there have been issues where, that's what I'm saying, it depends on the lawyer you meet. Not working, the marriage has broken down beyond reconciliation, finish. But some people, as I said, all the things that they say they've forgiven you, they will list them. And at the end of the day, who are you doing? Who are you? And when I further research, I realized that the children who come out of divorced home also do the same thing. So it's like an author speaking. They also divorce because they've seen it, it didn't happen. They have never been together with their family. Then they see it, and the women, the way they will massage the children's mind. And you think you are doing who? Like who, the man. Sorry, you are not. You are actually demeaning the nation. Why? Because the children are the future leaders. There was one case in London, and the court gave a restraining order 100 meters around. So that's where the girlfriend was living. So he couldn't come there. For that one, when I saw that, I was happy. I'm like, yeah, but you too, if you're going to look for another person close to the wife's place. So the restraining order was in order until the court overturned it. And sometimes children's education also become an issue. When the women, Papa, when they have money, when they feel that they can pay, then they will tell you, I want the children to go to GIS. Whether you agree or not, I'm paying. And when you look at the Constitution, it's the responsibility of the parents. Woman, you are powerful, so how do you manage it? How do you tell your husband, maybe it's GIS that you want? And sometimes the men are very difficult. You don't have. I want to send them to GIS. You say no. What does that mean? So you have to find a way. But if you lord it over the man, at the end of the day, you haven't consulted him. And it's a lot. Let me tell you one. Unhealthy competition. So there was this one that the man was building for the family, and he got stuck at a point, and he didn't want to pay rent. So they said, oh, let's move to our mother's house for about 4 to 6 months, then we can complete it. So the man is there, and later he's an architect, so he knows building. Later he finds out that the wife has bought 2 plots of land and is building. Wow. So imagine me, my husband gets a case, we'll go and take another lawyer, and he's doing the case. And when he found out, I mean, you have gone to stay in the man's, mother's house, all because of that reason. And you bought 2 plots, and in the house, she said, she's trying to see if she can build. And even the person she went to see is somebody who works under the husband, so he is not an architect like some, draftsman and all. And they said, go mention it to your husband. I said, oh, at the right time. I know so many women who are doing so many things and their husbands don't know. Well, let me tell you about the law. The moment you get married, all the properties you acquire, whether in your name or it is 50-50. It's 50-50. So that should let you know, even the law understands that when you come together, it means that whatever, initially it used not to be 50-50, the men used to get more, but the law has evolved over the years and now it's 50-50. So sometimes you can tell the man, lawyer, wait, I'm seeing me, yes, now say, but she's also home taking care of the children. It's 50-50. There's nothing you can do about it. And this one, I will say it again, women, I know, it's not as they say, I know you are doing so many things that your husbands don't know. And I don't know how you want them to feel when they find out. And I don't know how you will feel, just like when you find out that he is dating another woman you don't know. It is the same sin. Every time Papa says it, I'm telling you. Because it means that that woman can kill. And that's the same thing the man said. Ah, my wife can kill. Because if I'm staying in my mother's house. No, this one, it didn't go. Sometimes they come and speak to you. They don't want the divorce, but that is the issue. I said, don't worry, it's even 50-50. You let her build. It's 50-50. What happened? Oh, they are living together. The man is softer, so he has actually decided to look at the building, and he saw that there are so many issues with it. Because you didn't take a good...
So if they had divorced at that time...
Oh, 50-50. Yes. And other truth is envy and selfishness. I don't even know how it happens. Sometimes you look at the case and the husband envies the woman, and the woman envies the husband. Ah! So I realized that then there's a thin line between love and hate. Because how you jump from love to hate to the extent that you are even doing something, you are doing well, and all, and your husband is doing things just to let you know that I don't get it. Men. Do you know that most women I'm happy they are here now. Sometimes I'm not, but I'm happy they are here. Men, you are powerful. So these are some of the issues that we see. And I'm telling you for a fact, you listen to this stuff, and there's a thin line that only if somebody would drop some anger, some self-ego, and say, you know what, I understand. Let's say I'm the fool, so you let me be the one to take up. When they get to that point, everybody is right. To the extent that sometimes, even during the divorce, the man can propose, okay, I'm going to take care of the children, I'm going to pay their investment, the woman is asking for 20,000 lump sum. And so I tried to talk to them, you know what, even you get 10, it's fine, because remember, he's taking care of the children. He's not expecting you to do a 50-50, which requires. So why don't you think about the fact that, yes, you've lost, but your children are gaining, so why don't you no? Yes. And they still want the man to take care. So I tell my people, I said, nah, wouldn't it to cry, no, send a normal, no job. I said, when you were living with him, how much was he giving you? Sometimes we pay the school fees, isn't it? And now that he's leaving you, you are demanding 20,000. Now let's look at Galatians 5:13. Because when I go on to the course, it will be on and on and on. But I realized something. And I said, the Bible is true. Do you know how we lawyers, we believe so much in the law? Even when there's a comma, it means something. When they say 1 and 2, it means it's 1 and 2. But when they say 1, 2, 3, and others, it means that we can add. So we are very, very particular when we are looking at certain words. When we say immediately, it means immediately. If it's often, we know that it's more than once. Do you understand? So that's how I've come to realize that, but even this law that was made, if I understand it so much, how much more the word of God? It is so true. And do you know, even the laws of human beings, you cannot even change it just like that. You have to do an amendment, go to parliament. If it's the constitution, you have to do retrenchment, and how do you call referendum, get over 70% people to support before you change the constitution. Have you heard anybody changing the word of God before? So I said, God, then let me also have faith and understand the Bible more. Like the way I believe so much in the Lord, that when you call me and you tell me about a case, oh, Sister Abner, in your case. A lawyer. I said, Sister Abner, the law is in your favor. You won't go to court. And that's the same way when Papa stands here and is talking about the Bible, which no one can change. That is how you should believe. When you call me and I'm telling you it's no case, when I tell you have a case, it's because I am talking by the law. And that is man-made law. And I always say the Matrimonial Courses Act, for instance, was made in 1971. I wasn't born. I didn't even know I became a lawyer. But today I'm using it. Why am I using it? Because it hasn't changed. And nobody changes it unless it goes through a process. So once it's not changed, I can use it. Our children, if they don't change, will come and use it. 1971. And when was the Bible written? And have you heard of any change? So please, our Bible is our law. Then I realized something, Papa. Then I realized, so it means that I think that sometimes I feel like when the women get married, they think automatically the man must change. He must not see any woman again. He must not do. I'm not saying it for men to feel good. We are looking at ourselves to be able to work on ourselves to do better. But doesn't mean that the men are doing good. No. And I saw, so it is our sinful nature. So the fact that today I came to the altar and got married to you doesn't change who I am. I'm still a human being, and I still have my sinful nature. So check the sinful natures. He says, you, my brothers, were called to be free, but do not use your freedom to indulge the sinful nature. Rather, serve one another. Let's move on to 20. Let's move on. 14. Go next. I think it's 22, 21, 22. Let's check 21. 18, okay. 18. But if you are led by the Spirit, you are not under the law. 19. The acts of the sinful nature are obvious. Sexual immorality, impurity, debauchery, which is lies. Move on. Idolatry, and idolatry is not also pill. I know of one other marriage which hasn't broken down yet, but the husband can bring back to sender oil, and he's walking around the house, back to sender. Then you ask the wife, our reno class, say I was saying, I'm serious. I'm telling you, I'm not joking. Our reno was saying. So it's like he's doing everything for us. And they have been together over 9 years. And this one, what I was talking about, was like the first 3 years. Now, and he had the guts to actually tell me. And I said, I will not entertain such. You can't be my friend. Say, hello, auntie. Say, hey, what's Sunday? Jealousy. Women. Jealousy, fits of rage, selfish ambition, dissension, factions. These are the causes of breakdown of marriage. Sinful nature. So I was like, we don't even have to list the causes again. So those unreasonable behaviors, they are all here. Let's move on. And envy, drunkenness, orgies, and the like. I warn you, as I did before, that those who live like this will not inherit the kingdom of God. And yesterday, we understood that women, we are what? The helpmates of man. So it means that they cannot do anything without us. It's the law. I'm not the one saying it. Why? When he divorced, does he marry a chair? Doesn't he marry another woman? When he divorced again, who does he marry again? I know somebody who has divorced 4 times but married a woman. He didn't go and marry a chair. So it means that as he's divorced, he still needs who? A woman. We are powerful. We are powerful. And sometimes I say that if you divorce now, what is the guarantee that the next person you are going for is sinful nature? Now let's look at the fruits of the spirits. Now that's what women, I'm coming to tell you. I'm a lawyer, but I'm not here to come and talk to you about divorce and say divorce. No, I'm telling you that we can make a difference. We can change the statistics, and we will do just that. Amen. It says, but the fruits of the spirit is what? Love. You see, there's a comma. Joy. Peace. So it means that it's not only love. Oh. So mom, the love, I cloud margin now, just love. It is not only love. I mean, sometimes you can do everything for the man and he still doesn't appreciate. It means that love, comma, what?